Andrew, wanted to catch up with you. It was so good to ski with you again out of Mount Hood. I've got your first day of skiing on the left-hand side with the brush gates, and the next day we skied together with your brother in the long gates. And I want to show you your best skiing by far was the first day we skied together. I know you were tired out a little bit from your previous camp, started to lose a little focus, but we want to focus on two things that we talked about, and that's movement forward, all right, or crack the cracker, pinch the hip on that side to side, foot to foot, outside ski balance, but also just generally moving forward. You have a tendency to come up a little tall and your feet get out in front of you and you're just a little bit on your heels. So I really think we can see something here when we look at these two different days. This is Andrew skiing against Andrew. Two different days, which is pretty cool. So let's take a look. Both going into the same size turn. Look at the body position already over here. All right, very little angle. All right, or crack the cracker, foot to foot outside skiing, kind of banked in. All right. If you look over here, much more angle, much more leveled. All right, and you can see there's a lot more performance going on out of the ski. Here you're kind of sliding and skipping low around the turn, and here you're arcing around the turn. So again, really good stuff, and you can see proper execution and not with this is more the foot-to-foot outside ski, but it also starts with when you're between the turns. This is where the big deal with moving forward is. All right, you come from one turn to the next. All right, so you're shifting onto your new uphill ski, and here is where you're going to be moving forward. All right, to get forward on this ski here. All right. And on this side, you come through and you're in a very similar position, but you'll see that you just don't move as forward when you try to get onto this ski. All right, so that also is a big issue. And right here is where you can see you're starting to drive more on this side, driving, and here you're just kind of waiting. You can see this leg's a little straighter, a little bit more on that. On the heel there, just a bit. Oops, my bad. Need to keep these guys hooked together. So, and in here you can really see how you drive. This is where you can really see it, driving forward with the hip and bringing that angle back, driving forward with the hip and bringing that angle back, which is not happening on this side as much as it's happening over here. Okay? And just really good stuff on that side. And that's why the turns are working out so much stronger around the brushes on that particular day. And here, let's just look again. You come through, all right, and there's good movement forward. You see how the feet change up and you're getting forward. You're driving forward. I think you're potentially a little bit too tall in here. See how you used up most of your leg length already before you even got into the turn? That should happen. You should start to lengthen the leg a little bit more in here in the actual arc, because this makes it, you get in here really tall and you're like a tree. It's easy to fall over and lose some of that outside ski balance. So you just have to be cautious with standing up, coming through the turn, and standing up too tall. All right? But really cool stuff. You can see on the other side, you just don't make much of a positive move forward, and you just start to lean into the turn again. On that right side, you see that body position, leaning in, and over here you can just see you're cracking the cracker more, you're driving your hips forward through that turn, and you're getting much better performance out of the ski. And that's what I want to see you doing. So let's just jump over here and take a look at this run in general. This was awesome, Andrew. I was so psyched on this. This was a tremendous improvement from the day we skied at Wolf Creek or Wolf Mountain over in Utah. This is good. So you got to watch getting too tall in between the gates, but pinch that hip a little bit more. You see, you dip in, you fall a little bit off balance at the end of the turn on the inside, but right there at the top, that's a great body position. Just got to hold it and then move forward. Be cautious about getting too tall. Most important thing between the gates is moving forward. Because you're moving, though, you're actually, you're hitting your line better. You see this was started to be a little bit typical of what we saw later. You see how your turn is getting, a little bit away from the gate and pushed out. That's just a little bit because of this move. You're getting a little bit tall, losing a little bit of pressure. You need to be quick, all right, with urgency at the top of the turn, driving forward and driving this ankle in. You just were a little bit farther back on this particular turn, and so you just don't tuck in there as tight as you were on the other turn. Still, I'm doing a good job. This was a great run. I was super fired up. So we're going to stick with this one as the best example to show you. I may show you send you another run of some stuff later on. But great progress, Andrew, with your skiing. Body position, all right? Remember, eyes are down the hill, all right? You got to level the shoulders. You got to drive the knee forward so you can flex that ankle. So, but to keep things really simple, outside ski balance, outside ski balance, outside ski balance, outside ski balance. In between the gates, in between the turns, you got to be moving forward with the hip. Forward with the hip, okay? Don't straighten this leg out or push too much till you get into the turn, because that's going to help you with that balance to the outside ski. So great job, my friend. I'll keep sending you little things as I look through some stuff. I'm going to send some things to your brother and sister. So thanks for coming out and working with me. It was my pleasure, and look forward to doing it again in the near future.